Hi guys, it's Miss Outcaster here to read you the next chapter of Flat Stanley, and Queso's here for us to read too. So last time we read together, we found out that Stanley found Abuela, and she was so excited to meet him. She said she's been waiting for someone like you, but then someone followed him to Abuela's house, and you guys had some awesome guesses of who you thought followed him. Let's see who it was. Chapter 7, The Secret. Chef Lulu burst into Abuela's cottage, dropping his climbing harness and his scuba tank in the middle of the floor. He looked around the dorm room. "Where is she, you little creep?" Stanley shifted uncomfortably in his chair. "I don't know," he said, shrugging. The chef walked over to the lumpy bed. So it was the French chef that followed him. "You cannot fool Chef Lulu," he said. "She's hiding beneath these covers." He whisked the blankets off. Nothing. He held a finger in the air. "She's in the closet." He bounded over the wardrobe and threw it open. Empty. "She's gone," Stanley said. "I came all this way just like you, and she's not even here." He pointed to the scrape on his leg and frowned. "Now I can barely walk." "Do not look for sympathy from moi." Chef Lulu waved his hand in the air. "After that woman on the pyramid, I have more bruises than an overripe tomato." He scanned the room one more time. So looking around for La Abuela. And here's Stanley in the chair. "I do not care," he said, sticking his nose in the air. "Outside is an entire field of Abuela's secret ingredient. I've spent 9 years seeking perfection, and now I have found it. I will be the greatest chef in history." He marched into the field, leaving the door wide open. Stanley leaned forward to see. Chef Lulu bent down, plucked a green leaf, and held it up to his nose. Inhaled deeply. "Chef," called Patrice the saucier, "do you smell what I smell?" The chef furrowed his brow. "This smells like common coriander." "No, not coriander," said Ronaldo. "It's cilantro, I think." "Coriander and cilantro are the same thing, you fool," cried Chef Lulu. "It's the most common spice in all of Mexican cooking." "This isn't the secret ingredient," he choked. And with that, Chef Lulu of France burst into tears. "No, no, no," he whimpered. "No, no, no, don't cry, Chef," Patrice said as he patted Lulu's shoulder. "We can still make a unique pesto." So he thought he found the secret ingredient, but it was just a normal spice. I wonder if Abuela's trying to trick him. "I just want to go home to the restaurant," the chef blubbered. "That sounds like a good idea," said Ronaldo gently. Ronaldo and Patrice put the chef's arms around their shoulders. Together the three of them walked out of the field to return to France at last. Stanley waited until he could no longer hear their voices. Then he carefully peeled himself from the chair and turned around. "Are you okay?" he asked Abuela, whom he had been covering the entire time. So Stanley was sitting on Abuela so that they didn't find her. She nodded, a smile breaking across her face. She burst into laughter and leaped from the chair. Together, she and Stanley did a little dance. She finished by kissing him wetly on the cheek. Stanley pointed to the door. "So that's not the secret ingredient?" Abuela giggled. "The secret is not the ingredient," she said in her broken English. "It's what you do with it." Her eyes sparkled. Stanley suddenly understood. It was Abuela who had told Carmen the secret that made her a great matador. Abuela walked into the field and plucked a handful of cilantro from the ground. She took Stanley's hand, turned it palm up, and placed the herbs on the flat of his arm. Then she took the other arm and pressed it onto the top of the first. "Now," she said, "rub as hard as you can. I will get the salt." She ran inside. Stanley started rubbing. His arm got hot with friction. Suddenly Stanley smelled something familiar. It was a smell he knew from his mother's kitchen. It was the smell of his last breakfast at home. Stanley breathed deeply. It was the most delicious smell he had ever known. And that is the end of chapter 7. So why don't you go ahead and tell me, what is that secret ingredient? Was it something special? I don't know. Go ahead and tell me. We have one last chapter left. So we'll read that one on Friday. Bye, guys.